get the astronauts, we bring them home. Go.
The heat signature's rising fast.
We gotta get out of here.
Where's Jean?
Where is she? Jean!
A lot of people complain saying Jean Grey didn't have her rightful space at the previous X-Men movies. So did you have that in mind while you shooting Dark Phoenix?
I feel like in the previous movies, Jean had a lot of stuff to play, but the Dark Phoenix story was never told in the fullest way, and it is, you know, the most popular and the most beloved storyline in the history of the comics. It's, for me, was my most beloved as a kid growing up, reading and loving X-Men comics, and it wasn't done fully in X3 The Last Stand because it became the subplot of that movie and the Cure plot became the main plot of that film. In this movie, it is entirely the Dark Phoenix story. It's inspired, it's really loyal to the essence of the original comic, and the full focus of this film is on Jean's journey and her transformation into Phoenix, Dark Phoenix, and in some ways coming back from that.
So when in X-Men timelines does Dark Phoenix takes place?
Well, one of the things that we did with Days of Future Past is that we changed the timelines, right? So in changing the past, we changed the future, and so it allowed us to tell the Dark Phoenix story in a completely different way. It essentially erased X3. And so this takes place in 1992. It takes place 9 years after Apocalypse and on the same timeline as the X-Men First Class Days of Future Past Apocalypse timeline.
In the comic books, the Dark Phoenix does some pretty awful stuff, like killing 5 billion people at once. Does your Dark Phoenix goes that far?
Well, I can't spoil anything. There are some things that are in the comics that we definitely wanted to hone in on, and some things that we kind of pulled back from. I think it's one of those things where you're going to have to find out, because I don't want to spoil anything for you. But she does some pretty destructive stuff, and I think fans are going to love it.
Will we be seeing more of Jean and Scott's relationship?
Oh yeah, it's a really fleshed out relationship, this movie. You kind of come into it and you see them, they've been together 10 years now. They're very much in love, they're very much secure with each other, and this movie is kind of the biggest test on their relationship. But I would say that next to the main plot, which is, you know, Jean Grey phoenixing, it would be Scott and Jean's relationship that comes next after that. So it's a really, really good kind of tribute to that.
She should be dead.
Did you hear what the kids are calling you? Phoenix.
Hello, Jean. Who are you? The better question is, who are you?
Is Smith a threat as much dangerous as Thanos?
More.
Wow.
You said she fight all the X-Men. Too.
Yes, I get to dispatch of all the X-Men.
Dispatch.
Yeah, it was great fun. And also, you know, she's more secretly devious, I think one might say.
It's been roughly a year now that Time's Up M2 began. What do you think has changed for you since then, for you as actress?
I think for me what I'm really embracing and loving is that people are now being held accountable. You know, everyone's looking around saying, well, what can I do? How have I participated in an industry that was an unhealthy situation, in a society that was an unhealthy situation for women to be in? And everyone is looking to take the steps to create a safe environment for everyone to work in. And also that includes telling the stories of many and not just the stories of few. So I have seen a difference when I go to the cinema. This film was actually, we were making this film before the Me Too and Time's Up movement, you know, really came to fruition. But Simon being who he is, I think, you know, there are a lot of incredible people in the industry who are interested in telling the stories of many. So I'm excited to be working with this group of people because I think we're at a precipice of a real change where we're now reaching normal. It's normal for female characters to be as complex and interesting as male characters. And I'm excited to get to normal storytelling.
Yeah, and I've started to notice, you know, everything that Jessica said, but also when I'm kind of signing up for roles, I've started to notice people really wanting to kind of do the 50-50 men and women included on the set, and that is really exciting to me. And because there's no reason that like a woman can't do a man's job and a man can't do a woman's job, and I think it's really, really awesome that we're having that kind of inclusivity. So it's exciting. It's an exciting time. There's still more to be done, but it's happening.
Are you threatening me?
That's right.
That would be a bad idea. The right to fear me.